for Checkered Flag NASCAR PS4 League. As we are here for the CFNL Valvoline Truck Series at Charlotte for the NC Education Lottery 200. Last time we saw each other, it was the pre-show where we showed qualifying and practice, and we talked about who the dark horse is and who do we think is going to win. Well, once again, we had another driver from the Cup Series win the pole. Big Will driving the 52 truck for... who was it again? It was... Destroyer. Thank you. I am bad with names. I need to get better at this if I'm going to be the broadcaster. So, he's subbing for Destroyer in the 52 truck. So, that is very, very interesting, as the 52 truck showed a lot of speed. He was actually about a tenth faster than everybody else. He qualified with a 30.707, and the number one truck of H-Rod 9fan, who drives the number one, he qualified second with a 30.817. So it's very, very interesting. So, but we'll be going into the drivers' meeting as of right now.
Charlotte, obviously. Okay. If you didn't figure that out by now, can't help you. So, pace speed's going to be 65 laps. Sorry. Let me rewind here. Pace speed's going to be 65 miles an hour. Both stages are 14 laps. So the end of stage 1 will be the end of 14 going to 15. Stage 2 will be 14 laps after we take the green flag. Yellows are 2 car spins. Both cars have to spin around completely facing the other direction. If you are on the wall, like up by the wall, and somebody hits you and you bounce off the wall and the other car spins, that is not a caution. So just because you're pinned against the wall and you are not able to spin, that does not justify a caution. Both cars have to spin around completely. Under yellow, when you enter pit road, it is single file, which means in a line. If you pass for any reason, you will start at the rear of the field. If somebody hits you and you pass under whatever, if you pass the car going in the pit road, the person behind you will go through the back. So, moral of the story, don't hit people going in the pit road. Under green, obviously it does not matter. The commitment line, there's a white line. The white line at the bottom of the track ends like right before pit road, coming out of 4. So the commitment line for pitting is the end of that line. So at the end of that line, if you turn in, you are committed. If you are below the white line and that line ends and you are still on the apron where that line ends, you are pitting. If you are on the apron and come up where that break in the line is, then you will start at the rear. With that being said, it's really hard to get a commitment violation going if you're coming off the track into the pits, because there's not a physical line. So don't have to worry about that. When we are under green flag conditions, you must re-enter the track on the backstretch, which means you must stay on the bottom of the track. On the apron till the backstretch. When you get to the backstretch, you can come up onto the track. If you enter the track, it will be a drive-through penalty immediately. So, if you re-enter and you have a penalty and a yellow comes out, it'll be a 1-lap penalty. Restarting. On the restart, the leader gets a lane choice and controls the field within the restart box. With that being said, at no point in the field can you change lanes before the restart line, before the start-finish line. So if you change lanes, it'll be a pass-through penalty. Second place cannot beat the leader to the start-finish line. If second place beats the leader to the start-finish line, they must give the spot back. If they do not give the spot back within that lap, then they get a pass-through penalty. Do any of the other admins have anything? I do not. Okay, somebody has an observant on background.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did say hang on. Somebody else said yeah. So let's
BMS.
Go ahead, BMS.
Alright. If, let's say on the restart, the leader spins his tires or misses the shift and the second place car beats him to the line, is that still a penalty or no?
No, that's a different story.
Okay.
But I don't. Okay. If the second place car barely beats him to the line, and they're like, oh, they spun the tires, no, that's the same thing. But if because if the leader spins their tires, it's going to be at least a good car length that they're going to beat them by. So it'll be obvious, if they spin the tires. Yeah. All right, go ahead, GCLO.
Okay, so you did say only under green flag conditions. If we're pitting, we have to enter on the backstretch. Or is that under caution, yellow too?
No. So when you exit the pits, under yellow, you can go right on the track because there's no cars that are actually racing. But under green, you have to wait till the backstretch.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Anybody else have questions? Cool. Yeah.
I got a question.
Okay.
How many laps is it when pits close at the end of stage?
Good question.
2 laps before the end of the stage in the race.
Yep. So there are no cautions the first 3 laps after any green flag, start of the race or restart, or start of stage. At the end of both stages, the final 2 laps are caution-free. The pits are closed. And if you pit during that time, you do not get your lap back, and you start back of the field. That being said, at the end of the race, the whole race, the final 5 laps are caution-free. So no cautions the last 5 laps. That being said, what the fuck? With that being said, the lag out lap is lap 5. So if you lag out after 5 laps, you blow a motor. Any more questions? That's a good question, Will.
Yes.
It was still a dumb question.
Yeah, that kind of was. Hey, raise your butt up.
I just need to get that out there so we don't have to hear.
All right, as we are just moments away from the drop of the green flag. Excuse my language.
Oh, it sounded like you were saying it's a frag, like a frag grenade, not.
Well, excuse me. If you didn't watch the first stream, my name is CFNL Predator, driver number 9 Chevrolet in the National Series, and we got Ryan Guy, driver the 0.
I am the driver of the number 0 Chevrolet Camaro for JD Motorsports in the National Series.
Alright, and we are your broadcasters today. Ryan Guy is not battling a cold, I am, but we're going to blame him because I believe he gave me the cold. But we are
I don't even know you in person.
We are just moments away from drop of the green flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Valvoline Truck Series NC Education Lottery 200. If you are now joining us, thank you for joining us. What have you been missing? Well, you have been missing a lot. We have qualifying, we have practice, and now we're going to have the race. However, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, because therefore you'll not only miss a stream, but you won't miss any of the great action that CFNL has been producing the past 12 weeks. So, as we are just moments away from the drop of the green flag. And by the way, you can join. I forgot to tell you.
I was waiting for you to see your name, so I backed off the invitation, went back to the invitation, and saw your name. So I'm joining right now,
As we are just getting everybody situated here. We're on board with the 52 truck.
You know what would be nice, Predator? If that 87 truck wins tonight in his last Truck Series race.
The JC Live 24, driver number 87 truck, making his final race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Truck Series. He's going to be shipped overseas to Italy to fight for our country. So his farewell in the Truck Series is tonight, but it is not the last time we will see him, as we will see him for a couple more weeks. We're waiting for everybody to get lined up and situated here, as we're
I believe
about
they
to
are
go
on
green.
now double file.
Once again, thank you for joining us for the NC Educational Lottery 200. After this race, we'll have driver interviews. That's always fun to get their reaction, uncut, uncensored. Try to be as professional as possible, as the 52 truck of Big Will takes it to the restart zone. We are green flag at Charlotte Motor Speedway to kick off All-Star Weekend, and what a run the 16 got on the 52 as he's shoving him.
I was about to say, holy moly. Something that we saw last week with JC at Kansas with those runs, but that was a massive run by Bradley.
Bradley all over the back bumper. Looking to the outside. Getting very aggressive. 14 laps to stage 1. As the 52
Bradley
truck
very high.
pulling away as they are zigzagging all over this track. But that
They ain't gonna be
54
situated.
truck, man, that 54 truck of BMF Racing making his move as Bradley sets up the track as he falls back to looks like 7th place, as Big Will is just charging away.
He enters in pretty high right now at the moment.
Pretty much everybody's single file, no challenging yet. The 75 truck gonna look to the inside of the 87 here.
As the
But that
54
50
truck got a massive run on those guys.
54 is wanting those stage points, and he wants those stage points now.
But don't look too far right now, because that 68 truck closed on that 54 as well.
Absolutely, as we are just about 10 laps to go in stage 1. Are these guys going to run out of fuel? Are these guys going to have enough fuel to make it to the end?
Or will they have to come in for tires?
That time, the 52 truck getting to the bottom. We were talking about in the pre-race show, are we going to see any bottom feeders? A lot of people are following that 52 truck all the way around, as he's pretty much on the bottom as the 52 truck. It looks like he got on the apron. The one truck of H-Rod N-Fan or 9-Fan, he's on the outside, but I don't think it's going to get done.
I don't know. He's sticking with them pretty good right now.
He just
See
does
what
not
run he gets
have
here.
any draft, as pretty much everybody's single file. It looks like a plate track from Talladega.
But it's not meant to be a plate
87
track.
all over the back bumper.
As he is trying to possibly sweep this race. It'd be nice if for him. It'd be very nice for him to sweep his last truck race.
Absolutely. JC Live all over the back bumper. The 75 is right there. He left the door open, and 75 truck backs off.
Oh, the 54 truck kind of left the door open for the 68 truck.
These guys are getting very, very dicey here, as the 54 truck, who started in the back, is now up to 4th place.
But that 68 truck's on his outside, with that one truck right behind him.
as we have basically a 3-car lead, or 3-car pack
Battle for the lead.
Battle for the lead, thank you. And then now we're almost 3 wide for 4th place.
So, very good racing in the top 6 at the moment. As I believe the one car got loose and almost hit the 68 and put the 60 up close to the wall.
Very, very dicey. These guys are getting very aggressive.
Oh, very aggressive, which is kind of confusing because you can't just win on the first stage. I understand you're going for stage wins and everything, but seems a little dicey just to go for first lap thinking you're going to get the win.
The 75 truck caught the wall there. He was pushing the 87, and then he got tight, got into the wall. That's going to give the momentum to the 54.
With now allowing the 54 to grab some of his aero.
Oh, the 68 makes contact with the 1 in the back. In the back, excuse me.
And I believe he's going to make that pass too. Or they might have touched again. As the 54 truck's going to try to make a move on that 75.
The 87 all over the back bumper. The 54 trying to make a pass for the 75. That is for position. And if this stays green all the way to the stage here, the 54 or the 75 would be the first truck to get stage points in the regular of the trucks. I cannot talk. Holy crap!
I think their truck guys have gotten stage points. They just haven't gotten stage wins. You got JC and Will just kind of up there chilling.
Absolutely, as these two, the 54 and the 75, need to work together. Use that bump draft, as we were talking about in the pre-show, to catch up to the 87 and the 52. The 87 was all over the back bumper of the 52, and look what happened. Now they have that huge gap in between one another. It would just be down to those two. All over the back of them. It's the 75.
75's a little tight.
Trying to make a run.
Tight. They do not want to be doing this right now. Unless they're trying to save a little bit, but seems a little fishy with the saving part. Especially with the 54 running high.
52 and the 87 of Big Will and JC, as the 75 goes way down low, possibly pitting.
Possibly pitting. I don't think he could save enough. I believe he is not pitting.
Oh, he must have got on the apron.
I think he was a little too close to the apron, as the 68 just coming off pit road.
As we got some drivers pitting, trying to make it to the end. We have the 68, we have the the 1 truck as well.
There goes the 87, getting ready to go down pit road, it seems. Oh! 54 and the 52 make contact.
The 52 truck might be out of gas. Or
Something's
no,
wrong with the 54 too. Is everyone out of gas?
That is the stage.
That is the stage?
I believe that is the stage.
That's the stage. That's your first stage win for any truck regular, guys, because the 54 just won it.
Absolutely, the 54 truck might have won this stage.
That stage. Very interesting. If he won that stage, that's very, very interesting, because then that means that the 54 truck is your first ever Truck Series regular to get a stage win.
And I think that is what it is. The 54 truck is your stage winner.
Very, very nice. That's probably why the 75 dropped low. His car was probably stuttering due to low fuel.
An interesting stage 1, as the 52 making a rookie mistake here and running out of gas before the end of stage 1. We all knew that it was very possible of winning this stage based off of fuel strategy, and the 54 truck was able to hang on to it and win this stage. The 52 unable, as he had the lead and was not able to save enough fuel to make it to the end. Your stage winner, BFM Racing, the first regular season truck driver to win a stage in the 2019 season. As we
That's
are now
very big for him too, if you look at it. I mean, he's not sitting. He's sitting decent in the standings, but he's out of the playoffs right now.
absolutely trying to get as much points. That's 10 points right there, plus 1 bonus point going into the playoffs. As we'll get
Plus that lead lap, so that gives him more bonus. That gives him a bonus point with that lead lap as they enter pit road.
we
With
got a
the
lot of
87, or the 8, excuse me, the 8's got the big, he's got the first pit road with the 68 off first.
54 trucks.
54 will be coming off second.
He'll be
52.
your leader as the 68
Unless
was
the
lapped.
68 is a lap down, because remember I said he did go down pit road.
The
So he
68
is
beats
possibly a lot.
off as we still got truck drivers out of fuel here trying to make it to pit road. We got the 33, the 51, the 24. Looks like the one truck is out of gas on the backstretch going in turn 3.
Everyone's out of gas. Do you think these guys would possibly save here?
Well, they're gonna
Time
have
to-
they're gonna have to take a few laps to get everybody situated here. So this will allow them to save enough fuel to make it to the end if they play it right. Because, like I said, the one truck is out of fuel. The 98 and 02 are now just coming in. The 33, the 51, the 24 are just now coming out.
So this is
And-
going to be very interesting here, because this could mean that it's possible for a lap down. Though they are slowing. Oh, okay. Well, Texas just tried to help him out there, to help the one out there, but possibly could have gave him a lot of damage there.
Absolutely.
I believe, yeah, the 68 is your leader, unless he is a lap down, but I don't know.
I think he's
Oh
a
no,
lap
he
down.
he is your free pass car.
As the 54 is going to be your leader heading into stage 2. He is also your stage 1 winner, outlasting
Very nice.
the 52 truck.
Very nice by him. Very nice by the 54. He had to come from basically the back of the pack. He had to come from the back to the lead and managed to get his truck around. So it is very good to know that with him, it could be with his speed, he could possibly be the first truck winner of this year, truck season regular, should
And
I
how
say, to win
big
this year.
Would that be for the Truck Series regulars to say, you know what, I came in
We can
late into the season, I beat these Cup guys who have won Daytona 500s, who have battled for championships. Now it's my turn to show what I got, and I'm gonna beat these Cup guys and prove that the Truck Series is my series.
Not these guys' series. I believe they had to go down because they did, I believe, lap a couple people coming off pit road.
And that seems to be the case. Everybody's coming down pit road. That's going to allow some of these drivers to top off, and this is going to be a 14 lap shootout.
14 lap shootout. I mean, you did have the 75 stay out, but don't know why. Kind of confused. Because now that makes him your leader. As these guys did just come in, top off, I believe.
I think how it's going to work is everybody gets their position back.
I think that is agreeable. I mean, because they did lap a couple people, so it should be able to get their lap or their position back, but we'll have to wait and see. No, they don't get their positions back. The people that pitted don't get their positions back. Very, very interesting. Wow.
That is very, very interesting. for the CFNL officials to call it and say that you could go down pit road, top off once again. That will make the 75 truck your race leader, as they are doubling up and going green this
green.
time.
As a 75, he'll get his first lap led too, because of that, of people going down pit road. So, as he is your control car and leader,
as we're about to go green, 75 truck takes them to the restart box for the second time, as he gets a big push from the 52 of Big Will.
52 is going to clear the 16 easily too. Look at that! Look at that! Two Chevy guys just working together in perfect harmony right there.
Absolutely. As we're going to go and try to get to the back of the field, the 54, the 02, the 98
into the wall,
into
the
the
inside
wall. After the 02 and the 54 make contact.
I don't think those two are very happy with each other, but I mean, if you look at it, that 54 is the fastest out there right now between the Truck Series regulars.
And here comes the 52 on the outside of the 75.
He's going to try to battle back too. He's going to try to get to him.
He clears him. The 16 of Bradley on the out, or in the inside, excuse me.
If you look, you know who's back in the top 5 who had to start pretty far back?
The 54 truck.
4. Oh, is he going to miss that?
As the 16.
Oh, and he's in the... Did he save it?
He did save it. He's in the grass.
Does the 16 save it as well? He does. Wow. What a save by the 16.
Save from the 16, but that's going to cost him a lot. I'm not quite sure what happened. He may have got onto the apron. I'm not quite sure.
Now, I think he got loose. I think he hit the apron mid-corner, but I believe the 54 just kind of put him down through there. As that allows the 52 just to kind of pull away. And speaking of which, the 33 was in 4th, but the 87 just took that away from him pretty easily.
Absolutely, as the 52 truck of Big Will, who made a rookie mistake, couldn't save enough in stage 1, has a pretty decent lead here, as the 54 and the 75 are battling here. The 54 going to the outside here. Gonna go on board with
he's gonna hustle it.
On board with the 87 of JC Live, as we see the battle for second place here.
Oh, and the 02 and the 1 made contact behind those guys. Oh, the 75 got tight, it seemed like. And there's the 33 getting right to him. Let's see if these guys can close in on that 52.
They gotta work together. They gotta get in a single file and kind of push each other just like a play track to catch up to that 52.
That is true, but I mean, you gotta also think that 54 is not a Chevy.
Would you rather have a stage win or or just let somebody get a stage win and not work together?
I would rather get a stage win, but you gotta think maybe these manufacturers wanna say no, I'm not allowed to work with you, but just have to wait and see here.
As it looks like the 87 is tucked right behind the 54, and they are catching the 52 truck here.
Very, very quickly too, it seems to be. Seems like they're back on the gas quicker than he is, very quickly, and they're just trying to run him down.
On board with the 54 of BMF Racing. We got really tight there, going really wide. Come out of the 4.
Overshot that corner massively, but able to hold on to second.
As he's creeping
right
up
now.
on Big Will.
Where's the Jaws music when you need it?
Absolutely, as they are just slowly creeping in. It looks like the 87 and the 54 are breaking away from the pack
with the 52.
here.
What's going on with the 52 here? He's going down pit road.
Going down pit road.
He
He doesn't want.
Are these guys? I think these guys are going to try to save.
The 52 of Big Will going down pit road, not wanting to run out of gas again. As the 54 truck takes the lead, but he has JC Liv, a veteran, breathing down the neck. And the 54 truck is going to go down pit road,
No, I
giving
think
the
he's out of
lead
fuel.
to the
I think he's out of
33.
fuel.
87 going to go down pit road.
Everyone's
with the
going down pit road.
75.
They're really worried.
The 02, the 51.
Oh, the 1 is in the grass. 33 right now of Steven Smith. He really needs to start saving here, because if he doesn't, he's going to run out pretty quickly.
The 33 truck of Steven Smith in the lead as he
goes
pulls
down
it
pit
down.
road. So your leader will be the 52.
Of Big
But
Will.
the 54 still in pit road. Did he take tires? I think he did.
A very costly misjudgment. Possibly.
Actually, that was a very, very smart move by the 54 in my opinion. Give him fresh tires, because if you think about it, these tires are very important here. I believe the 68's coming on to the 54 here. 98's down pit road. As I believe right now your leader is
Big
the
Will of
52.
the 52. Who pulled it down one lap earlier than everybody else.
Pit strategy.
As in the backfield, we have the 02, the 54, and the 68 trying to work together. The
Oh, and the 8's in the
68,
wall.
68 trying to go up.
That 02, I don't think that 02 is kind of happy with him right now. Oh, is he kind of sent him into the wall? That puts the 68 into the fence.
Big troubles with the 68 truck.
Just unlucky. Just unlucky right now.
And I believe the one truck has blown a motor.
Really?
The HD or H-Rod Infan, driver of the number 1 truck, who blew a motor now.
Driver of the number 1 truck tonight. As he will be also there. He will also be here next weekend and on the 25th.
For the National Series.
As right now, with that pit strategy by Will, I think it's starting to pay off for him. He is pretty far out. He has put a really sizable gap here that he could just kind of coast it if he wants to get a stage win.
He is so far ahead.
Should be it right here. No, never mind. There's a 54. He's just starting to close in on the car ahead of him, which I believe is the 75. Or not car, truck, excuse me. It is the 75, as he is really starting to catch on him. The 75 is he's starting to slow up a little bit. 54 just goes down the inside.
Cause problems.
Majorly cause problems. Seems like they're more off the gas. See, where's that 52 at? That is the stage end right there. The 52 is your stage winner.
Wait, who else won stage here racing 87?
87 is your stage winner.
My bad, I did not see that 87 ahead of him.
Fourth, that'd be 16.
Wow, the 87. Did he go down pit road earlier before Will did? Because if he did, that's very, very clever strategy. As
I don't even know if he pitted.
if he's been known to pull them fuel mileages, so you gotta be careful what he does here. That's what makes it fun, because you never know what could happen with fuel mileage coming into
Absolutely.
factor. I believe right now that if you count stage wins and wins overall, that I believe is his third fuel mileage to get a stage win or a win from ISM in the National Series, where he won that by fuel mileage, and with him pulling, yeah, I think he's out of fuel. He might be out of fuel, I'm not sure. And if you count them, I believe he pulled a fuel mileage at Martinsville in the Truck Series as well.
And he pulled another one here. Very, very interesting for the 87 of JC Live to outstretch Big Will.
JC just wants to win. That's all he wants. He wants to go out with a bang in the Truck Series.
If we go down pit road here, who's gonna be your leader?
See where that 8 truck is, because he's got that number 1 stall. There he is.
I'm trying to find him. There he is.
It's always good to know who the number 1 stall is, so you know who you can see wins off pit road.
Absolutely. As
The
a
33 just took fuel. There's no
Mm.
way he took tires. There is no way.
Taking fuel only. As you
And
have the
16 took
16,
tires.
87, 51, 52,
All the-
54. That is
winner
your
off
top
pit road.
5.
Very interesting strategy call. Oh.
As the
something's wrong with
33 has actually stopped in the middle of the corner now.
I think he messed up. He wants to take tires. Why is he driving backwards?
The CFNL people, that's gonna be a penalty.
He's gonna get disqualified for driving backwards. As he was disqualified for driving backwards.
The 33 of Steven Smith has been disqualified from this race because he made a mistake, wanted to take tires, he took fuel only, and he just now got disqualified for driving backwards on the track.
Wow. As now the lead will be inherited by the 16 truck of Bradley.
16 truck of Bradley is now your leader.
First time he's been up front pretty much all day, besides battling in the beginning parts of the race before going all the way back.
An interesting race so far. We had H-Rod and 9 fan blowing a motor. Now the 33 of Steven Smith getting disqualified. Stage 1, rookie mistake on Big Will to run out of gas, giving the stage win to
Truck season regular of BMF Racing.
Who at stage 2, JC Live outran everybody. And he becomes the stage winner.
Which is very clever by JC. He knows how to pull fuel miles, so if he ever had to pull one tonight, he can do it again. I mean, though it's a longer track, it's harder to pull one off at a longer track. He can definitely try it and do it. I mean, ISM is what, a mile-long track, so it's kind of hard to pull a fuel mileage, and he managed to do it.
Absolutely. But as we're about to go green, the last stage, about 40 laps to go, if not less.
With this being the last the finale of JC Live's truck career. As he waited and the green flag is out.
The 16 truck getting a good jump. The 51 getting a good jump.
Did I I should have realized this, but if you looked at it, 2 trucks behind Bradley were Toyotas, so I think he had that timed,
As
and they
you,
timed
now,
it beautifully.
you have the 51 of Sal, truck season regular, giving the giving the bumper to him, but that allows the 54
Oh,
to
the
sneak
51
in.
hit the truck, or hit the wall, not the truck. Excuse me.
54 gets
Can't
a
think
huge run on the 16. 16 blocks.
So does the 75 though. As the 16 might be lagging a little bit, or I might be lagging. Oh! Oh, big wreck! Will's into the inside wall. Big wreck behind him.
That's not going to be a caution unless that was a lag caution.
I believe that was a lag caution because I believe the 16 might be lagging. JC involved in a wreck. The 54 just stopped. Something happened to the 54.
And that's going to be a caution. The 16 is slowing down.
The 8 truck's got to be careful too though because he almost drove backwards. 54's just stopped on the back stretch.
And you are stuck in the wall. Where are you stuck in the wall?
I think the 54 might be stuck. Is the 54 stuck?
Just try. That's all I can say. I've tried.
The 54 truck is stuck on the wall is what they are saying.
I tried to help. Oh,
Should be red flag.
who's yelling? Who was yelling?
Very, very, very interesting. As people are going to try to help him here.
Lobby volume warning. I don't know what you're doing. It's true.
So if I get kicked out of the race, I'm done.
That's very concerning
It's gonna have to be. There's nothing we can do about that. It's a gaming issue.
for the, very, very, very concerning for the 54 truck, who's had a great, great race, and just have it taken away from him just because he's stuck on a wall.
Bad luck for the 54 truck.
Let's see if he can get out of there. He's just stuck. He's gonna he's just stuck on the wall. He can't get off.
As the CFNL officials telling him that there's nothing for them to do and just try. That's what they said. As the
Now, you
75
would
truck
think-
making a fuel stop only. He's off first.
Very interesting move.
68 comes off second. 52 is going to be third. 87 fourth. 16 fifth. That is your top 5. As the 54 truck still sitting against the wall.
Major, major implications.
Very, very interesting. Taking out one of the best drivers in this race. That changes
This time not
everything.
being- I'm surprised that he hasn't been reset, knowing that he's just stuck there. He's just gonna have to try. He's just stuck there. There's really nothing anyone can do. Which makes the 75 your leader, and leading as he's leading more laps.
But he has 2, 3, almost 4 cup guys right behind him.
That should be a very major concern to that 75 because right now the 75 is not the fastest truck. The only real truck that's been able to keep up with these big cup guys is that 54, who's just sitting stuck on a wall. And I think Sal could possibly keep up with these cup guys. I mean, he's fast enough, but he just gotta get there.
54 still stuck on the wall. They are going green this time. 75 truck of Landrod making his debut at Dover is now your leader here at Charlotte. And he is surrounded by a lot of cup guys.
Behind him, Big Will. Up next to him, Texas. And right behind Texas, Making his finale, JC Live.
Absolutely. You want to make a name for yourself, kid? Prove it right
Make it
now.
As
The
we're coming to the
75, a
green.
land rod. Coming to the green.
As he waits and green flag is back out.
Green flag is back out, and what a jump did he get.
But Texas got a decent start too, which kind of impeded the 52 truck to kind of get going because of the side draft. But there goes the 52 truck now.
Everybody single file.
Very interesting move by the 75 to kind of just stay low. Oh, he
Oh.
just hit. The 52 is around. Into the
Big
wall.
wreck.
Big wreck. Everyone is
caution-
stacking up. Ooh.
Caution will
Someone-
not be called.
The 24 truck into the wall, major damage. And the 68 into the grass.
I guess that's going to be a caution.
Could have been a lag caution for all we know.
Which is very, very weird. I did not see any lag. It looked like the
I
75
didn't see
truck.
any lag either. Was it just a big enough wreck to cause a caution?
I don't believe that's the rule. The rule is that if we have a restart, it's the first 3 laps without
Yeah.
a caution. If it
Which is-
is a lag, they would race it back to the line. They would call it a caution. However, the 75 truck got a huge push from the 52, and that gave him a huge run. Got onto the apron just a tad bit. That might have gotten loose. The 52 truck just could not keep it off the apron as well as it just.
I don't think the 75 hit the apron. I believe the 52 was just low, and the 75 just ran him too far down.
Whatever it was, caution is out.
Only 2 cars, I believe, or no, a couple cars pitted, but most guys stayed out. Just besides the damage. We'll see who wins off. Oh, well, 75 did. He only took tires or fuel. He either topped off or went with it.
Very interesting for Landrod, playing the strategy.
But he needs to be careful because 4 times tire wear means a whole lot of tire wear.
Absolutely, they have a different size tire, different tread than usual. Testing some stuff out, but with this, I believe Brian SP 24 is going to be your leader in the number 20 truck. Which he is. He is your leader.
Know what Brian is?
Brian is your leader. As the 98 puts the 68 into the wall.
Uh-oh, does that mean he's got to go to the back? Or is that an accidental mistake?
It might have been accidental, but the 68 very frustrated with it. GT Low and Texas getting into it.
As they're not I don't know if they've been very happy with each other lately.
Ever since qualifying, the 98 truck ran the 68 into the wall before qualifying. There cannot be any repairs, nothing. So the 68 truck got a really bad qualifying run because of the damage.
And with that damage, that probably impeded that 68 truck during qualifying.
And that it made the 68 mad. No one wants to get on Texas's bad side. We've seen rivalries between Remix and Texas, JC and Texas, me and Texas. It's just
We've seen. Don't want to get into it.
You don't want to get in a fight with Texas, as we're about to go green.
Because if you get in a fight with Texas, he's not going to back down.
As the 20 car, Brian SP waiting until the last line.
Did he spin the tires? Oh, that's
It
close.
may
I don't
have
think he spun the tires. I think the 98's got to give his spot back.
He may have missed it. May have missed the shift.
That seems a little fishy though because it was closer than it should have been. But okay. Oh!
Everybody
We're
getting
about to go
dicey.
3 wide here. Here we go. 68's gonna bump him here.
98. Big
Into
wreck.
the wall, the oh, massive wreck, the big one at Charlotte.
Question is that gonna be a caution? If
No.
not,
No.
that will give. No, it
'cause
will
Brian's
not.
still running.
The 0-2 of Brian SP24.
Might have just caught the biggest break of his whole career.
He has to play it smart. He has to run his race, not worry about the 98, not worry about anybody else, and make the
'Cause
right
98's
calls.
back into the wall.
The
98's
0-2 back
so
in the
is he, though.
wall. And
All he needs to do is be
Tech.
nice and easy on the throttle. He does not need to rush it. He's got a comfortable lead. He does not need to rush it. Who is behind the 98, might I ask?
The 98, that is Sal of the 51 truck.
3 Truck Series regulars are in.
The top
in the
three.
top 3. Haven't seen that. As Sal's trying to make a move here to get by GT low. Which
As
is
now
good
you
for
have-
Brian, because Brian's just wanting them to battle. He
Yeah,
says let them battle.
You have Will and JC working together, coming out of turn 2. The 54 truck has officially been done with this race. The 75 truck and the 16 working together. Landrod and Bradley working together. And then you have the 98 of GT Low and Sal working together. Trying to chase down the 0-2 of Brian SP, who caught the biggest break, as we said, in his life.
This is probably his biggest break of his career. If he wins this race, biggest break of his whole career.
He has to thank the 98 and the 68 as much as he can, because this is the biggest race of his career, as it looks like the 51 truck.
Did he hit the wall, or did he go down pit road? Did he purposely want to go down pit road?
I'm not
I
quite
don't
sure if
think
he
he
wanted
did.
to.
I don't think he did. I think that 98 ran him down. Which is very interesting, because that 98, I don't know, just hasn't been clean to me if you looked at it. It hasn't been too clean.
Very, very costly to be around the 98 right now.
Not very costly to be around the 02 though. The 02's got no one around him. And he is your leader too, so he's just chilling. Which is all he needs to do right now. He doesn't need to do anything special.
Doesn't have to prove anything. He's the leader right now. He could be the race winner. He just
Possibly,
has to
but
play
does he
it
have enough
smart.
fuel?
Obviously, no. I don't think anybody has enough fuel. I think about 2 or 3 more pit stops and then they're good to go.
I think that's yes, that's very agreeable there.
As he has lap traffic. Is lap traffic going to let him by as the 24 truck?
I think lap traffic will give him room. That is the 24. As the 24 does stay up high for that 02.
But in the backfield, JC and Will get around the 98. They are on a move.
Uh-oh. That's
98
concerning
truck.
for that 02. Oh, the 02 is down pit road.
98 truck going down pit road as well.
Okay,
This
I would
will
watch
give-
this battle off pit road. This is practically for the lead if those guys haven't pitted yet.
Right now, the lead car, the 87 truck of JC Live, getting pushed by the 52.
The 98 should be entering his pit box now, as these guys are taking 4 fresh tires, probably 2 cans of Sunoco fuel, as the 02 is going to easily beat off the 98.
But with this, they're going to go a lap down. The 87 and the 52 still your leaders. And the 52 moves the 87 out of the way.
Interesting. Will's hungry for a win, but you also got to think JC really wants this win. If out of anyone else, that 87 is going to want it.
And here's the thing that I tell people. You don't want to piss off Texas. You don't. You don't want
No,
to
you
get
do
in a fight
not.
with him. However, the 87 of JC Lib, you do not want to piss him off too. He has been known to retaliate. But I have to say, if something happens to you majorly, you deserve it. You deserve to go and get your
You
retaliation.
deserve everything. If you do something aggressively and you meant and wanted to put him, bump him, you better expect retaliation, no matter the track.
As the
As
52 and the
87 and
87
the 52 go
make it down pit road.
So the lead should cycle back to the 02. Or did Sal take his pit stop too, though? That's the question. I don't know if he
Yes,
did.
Sal-
You know what he did? So he is your leader.
Sal is going to be your leader. There, that gets their lap back right there. So the 52
Sal's on the
truck
wall.
is still your leader.
Check
But the
that pit
question
road.
is,
I don't think they'll get off in time.
as they are
Oh,
now
maybe they
coming
do.
out, now coming out,
Very synchronized too, if you think about it. I just watched that. It was pretty synchronized.
absolutely, they're gonna have to stay towards the bottom until the exit of turn 2.
You gotta be careful here. Here they come. Here come the leaders. Here comes, I believe, the 51 right there.
There's the 51. So the 52 truck
they
is gonna
beat
be
him
the
off.
leader. 52 truck
They
is
beat
still
him off.
the leader.
They beat him off. 51's gonna hit the wall. No, he's gonna overrun it though, majorly.
But he's gonna be
He's gonna
right in
definitely
second
allow
place. On board with
That's
87.
a major, as we thought that 02 car caught a break, and seems like that break just turned into disaster.
He just didn't do it the way he should have done it.
As the 52, your leader with the 87, right behind him. That 87 is just running a little bit higher, but he's getting a little bit of a better run, it seems like.
And a caution is called.
You know if it's the end of the race. There's definitely a caution. What was the caution for? Don't know. Oh! The 16! 16 and someone else got into a little bit of trouble. Uh-oh, that's major. This is a different ball game now. This is a different race than we thought it would turn out to be.
16 and the 24 going at it.
Not very happy with each other. As like the 98 and the 68, not very happy with each other.
But
Not
what
very
does this
happy at all.
do for the drivers that just got out of pit road?
Do you go down pit road to get tires and maybe splash off just in case? Or do you think you have enough to save and enough tire to end this race?
Very, very concerning for some of these drivers. What kind
That's
of
the
strategy is
question.
going to go with?
The question that I'm going to ask right now needs to stick in the head. Do these guys, one, have enough fuel, and two, do they have enough tire to keep their trucks going? Because they don't want to blow a tire and then cause themselves a race. So definitely will be very, very interesting. As a 52, your leader, the 87 of JC, looking to go out with a bang in second. As those two have been working very nicely together too, the 52 and the 87. There's the decider right here. Who's going down pit road, who will not? 52 year leader, do they go down pit road? Someone stopped right there. It's the 68.
As we got
the-
5 laps to go at the green. Some
5
of
laps
these,
to go at green.
yes.
So this will be about a 4 or 5 lap shootout with the 52 and the 87, who've been pretty much the strongest trucks all night, besides that 54, who sadly had bad luck. I think if his luck, I think if that 54 BMF Racing gets his luck turned around, if luck wants to be on his side for once, he will get his first win very, very soon, in my opinion. Seems like the chaos that was caused, there was something that happened with GT Low. GT Low says he's sorry about something.
Sorry for all the chaos he's caused. So he might have just called it quits. As he did, he's climbing out of his truck. He's done.
He's done.
Done for the
Wow.
race.
Wow. Major. Major. That's very major right there.
And here's the thing. We have 4 cars sitting on pit road or behind the wall. 3 of those 4 guys are truck drivers.
Really? Wait, no. I think H-Rod's a... H-Rod, I believe, let me double check the standings here. I believe he's new to our national series, but he had a part-time race here. Let me check here real quick to confirm my suspicions here. Yep, H-Rod 9 fan is new to
The national series.
the national series.
Okay. So 2 of the 4 are truck drivers.
That is correct. Which is very key, because that's points implications right there. That's major point implications.
Absolutely.
You know what? Does Don help his teammate try to get a good start here? Because JC is technically Don's teammate at the moment. So these guys really need to get up against each other to try to go.
As we're about to go green. Big Will, 52 truck, 5 laps to go.
Here we go. This is for the race right here. Whoever gets the best start could possibly win this race. As we're coming to the green, and green flag is out.
52,
Good
huge
start.
jump.
But the 87 got a good start on the outside. Is he going to be able to clear the 02? And the 02 and the 75 make contact. JC's going to try to stay into the gas here. Try to get that run. Trying to get by that 02 here.
On board with the 52, looking behind. Seeing what he sees in the mirror.
Oh, and the 02 overran the corner. Allowing the 75 to get into second.
51 in the grass.
Trying to go 3 wide there. JC not going to give him any room though.
And you know what this does? This gives the 52 the win. Pretty much.
Really? Was that the white flag right there?
With 3 laps to go, coming to the green. The 52 truck pulling away. They gotta work together.
I don't think it's enough time. Unless that 52 doesn't have enough fuel. Which he is kind of slowing up, but I don't think they got enough time. I just don't think it's enough. As a 75 overran the corner. Cuts down in front of the 87. As that was the white flag right there, I believe. And the 87's loose!
Oh! Big wreck!
Oh!
Big wreck!
Big wreck!
87 involved. 24
That
gets around
inherently will
OT.
give the
75.
52. That right there should give the 52 the ball game win right there. Yes,
And
it does.
that it is. The 52, the 16, 75. Or excuse me. What a race.
Wow. Chaos ensues at the end. I think it would be appropriate to get his for his last truck start. I believe it would be appropriate to give that 87 truck an interview.
Absolutely. As we're winding down, Big Will 08-1191, your winner here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Talk to us about the race. You ran out of gas coming to the green checkered for stage 1. Stage 2 got outran by the 87, and then stage 3 you avoided some of the biggest wrecks. You got yourself in the position that you needed to win this race. Well, what was going through your mind on that last restart?
Don't fuck up. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, didn't want to mess up. Want to try to get a good jump off of there. The 87 says I jumped. To me, I was at the line, so I'm not really sure on that. Got a good jump. Took off. I mean, I knew there were some guys that pitted that had some fresh tires that were going to try to make their way through that pack. I thought about going in on that last caution, but didn't want to get caught in that traffic. Truck was good, had a good practice, had a good qualifying. Pretty much ran the same in the race. I want to thank the 52 team giving me a shot to run it here. Looking forward to taking what I learned tonight to move on to next Sunday for the Cup Series. So, I mean, that's about it, really.
Absolutely. And, you know, we were talking about the 54, the 87, the 16, the 68. There was a ton of guys that really could have won this race, and, you know, it was a tough break for the 54. After the 54 crashed out, were you concerned about anybody else? You know, the 98 was wrecking a lot of people tonight. What was your game plan to work your way through the field and try to get that win?
Just stay aware, be, you know, where everybody is and pay attention, listen, make sure that you don't get caught up in it, honestly. Person I was worried about the most would be that 87. I mean, he was fast, as you've seen, that second stage. I couldn't. Supposedly he had no tires. I took 2, and he was still walking from me. So.
Absolutely. Ryan Guy, do you have any other questions?
I sure do. After winning the pole, how does it feel to go from wire to wire to win that race?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, if I'd like to see this video. I want to find this video to see if I jumped that start, because if I did, I mean, 87 probably should have been there battling with me. To me, like I said, it didn't seem like I jumped. I don't know what y'all saw, but because, like I said, the 87 was the one I was worried about. And I mean, this is his last truck race. He had a big shot at winning this. So.
Absolutely. Thank you, Big Will, for joining us here up in the booth. Congratulations on that win, and hopefully this gives you a lot of momentum going into the Open, and hopefully gets you into the All-Star race.
I appreciate it, guys. Good job tonight. Thank you.
As we'll get Texas Tech in here, get his thoughts about this race.
JC?
JC says that he is unable to.
Aw, man. Sucks. He had one race, though. He drove his guts out, just trying to get back-to-back wins and end off a bang.
Absolutely. As now we're joined by the driver of number 68, Texas Tech 43, who not even the start of the race in qualifying already had issues. The 98 of GT Low getting into you. You couldn't post the fastest lap that you were capable of posting. Talk us through qualifying and then the start of the race with that 98 and trying to battle your way up to the front there.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good qualifying car. Practiced it. That's all I did was practice it and practice, because, I mean, you know, you need track position at start, so I told him I was letting off, just drove in the back of me, spun me in the fence, and that was that. Started off, we had a good car. I mean, I had a good car and was just patient in situation I shouldn't have been in. There at the end of stage one, whoever the two leaders were, you know, first and second, they pulled off a ways, and then I want to say it was like the 75 and maybe JC or something, but someone third and fourth I was battling with. No, it's like the 54 or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, I was battling with them and just should have been more aggressive, but they were running for points, so I didn't want to be, you know, do anything stupid.
Absolutely. And you know, we talked about, you know, the 52 big wheel. Obviously this is the last race for JC, so he was trying to go for that win, but some of these truck guys were putting it balls to the walls, to say the least, and trying to make it work. Brian SP24, he got his lucky break, and you know, if everything played out and he played his strategy, he would have obviously, in my opinion, would have won this race. You know, GT Low was, you know, being very aggressive, but you know, that 54 was very aggressive. Do you think if you were a little bit more aggressive, would you be up there and possibly even took that win?
Oh, I mean, on that last restart, I had that race won. Nobody went. You know, I pushed the 0-2. He was through the box. I pushed him all the way to turn one. I mean, 98 blocked him going into one, so I had to check up a little bit, so I didn't spin the 0-2. 0-2 went high, so I went below him. Had a huge run on 98, then went down, had my tires on the apron, and again told the 98, hey, I'm low. He proceeded to push me on the apron and wreck the whole field. That's the only reason that 98 even was up there for very long. I mean, he doesn't let off. Then I'm in the lead and I'm fucking gone. Sorry, freaking gone. So, but you know, I think I was the only truck that could have beat the 52. I mean, there at the end, I made an adjustment and it was just fast. So.
Absolutely, you were fast all day. Ryan, guy, do you have any questions for Texas Tech here?
I do. With that last big wreck, do you think that maybe, so besides maybe the 98 causing it, do you think there's also other causes of that wreck?
Oh no, 0%. Which is why whenever I came out of the pits and he was by me, I wrecked him on purpose. That's why I put him out of the race, because he's the only person that does dumb stuff like that, and he did it in qualifying, and he did it time after time in the race, and you know, I was tired of putting up with it. So he wrecks the whole field and doesn't deserve to run fifth. So sorry, but no, he was the only person that caused that wreck.
All right. Any other questions, Ryan, guy?
No.
All right. Texas Tech, congratulations, or I guess not really congratulations. But you did a really good job. You know, it sucks that you were up there, you weren't up there, excuse me, and hopefully you got enough strategy heading into the All-Star race, and
yep,
hopefully
that's
you can
what matters, right?
Yep, get you a win in that.
Yep, hopefully.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right. What? How about we get BMF Racing in here? You know,
I agree.
Get his thoughts on getting hooked onto the wall, and
Bad luck, and a stage win too. I mean,
had a stage win, yeah. Driver the number 54. Try to get him in here, getting his thoughts. Very, very rough for him to just have bad luck, you know. Dover, he had bad luck, got that
he
crossover
switched
move
lanes too quickly.
And then, you know, Kansas, he didn't get to race, and you know, now, you know, got his first stage win and just could not get it.
He just could not. He couldn't get it. I mean, the carrot's there, it's just dangling, but someone's playing with that rod right in front of him.
Absolutely, as we're gonna try to get him in here. If not, why not talk to the points leader, Don Benzito?
There he is.
And we got BMF Racing. What a race you had until that last wreck that involved for you, and It took you out of this race. You outsmarted everybody, saved enough fuel, and beat a Cup driver, and became the first truck regular to win a stage. And you had our attention pretty much all throughout that race until you got in that wreck. And it looks like bad luck is just on your side for a few more races. But do you think here in a couple weeks, a couple more races, do you think we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane?
Yeah, I feel like I will. Because from my standpoint, I'm the only one that can beat a Cup driver in the Truck Series, and feel like as of right now in that race, I was probably the best truck driver out there at the time. Just bad luck, man. Just like at Dover, crossed over the lanes too early this time. Wall glitched on the backstretch.
Yeah, your bad luck continues, but as I tell people every single race in my national series, I have a good stage 1 and stage 2, and then bad luck, and now I've had bad luck in stage 1 and stage 2, and now I've been finishing where I should be finishing. But we talked about you debuting at Dover, got very aggressive, and you were there. You were going to win. It would have been very interesting to see you battle Will, and then obviously not being able to race Kansas, and here you are racing again at Charlotte. We were talking about you just got into the top 12, and if you won, you were qualified into the top or the playoffs. What is your mindset going into the next race here, and try to get that win, that elusive win?
Well, be like just pretty much what I've been doing. Be very aggressive all the entire race, and just stay away from lagging cars and just kind of be me out there like I've been.
All right. Ryan, do you have any questions?
I sure do. With you, I'm gonna ask this. How does it feel to be the first truck regular to, one, be able to run with these Cup guys? You've been showing that, and two, being the first truck guy to get a stage win out of everyone else.
Well, I used to drive the 17 in the Monster Energy series, or the Samsung series, my bad, and then had some problems go on, so I left. But when I came back, they filled up my spot, so I went ahead and hopped into the truck ride. I feel very confident in this truck. I'm very fast, and I feel like I'm the fastest out there nearly most of the race. It's just I have bad luck on my side these last few weeks.
As you do, and we appreciate you coming up, and hopefully we can get an interview finally in Victory Lane with you, as you do show you have a lot of speed, and hopefully get that elusive win you've been talking about.
I'm gonna get it, man. I promise you that.
All right, hopefully soon. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully we can get that interview soon.
Yeah, see you.
All right, let's get the points leader, Don Benzito, in here. Don Benzito, driver of number 8. He is currently your points leader. So Don, before we get into our interview, since this is the first time, make sure you got your party settings to be allowed shared your voice. That's in party settings. All right, sweet. So join now, Don Benzito, driver of number 8, finishing what, third, fourth? Third. First top 5 finish, isn't it, for you?
That's actually the first podium, yeah. Second top 5.
Second top 5, but first podium. Man, we were talking about you. You were the points leader. We were talking about how the Cup guys have been stealing the spotlight. How did you feel going into this race? Since it's Charlotte, it's NASCAR's home track, pretty much. And what were your thoughts on possibly trying to get your first win?
Well, as an underdog, I wasn't feeling too great. My setup wasn't that awesome, and I wasn't that fast. However, I was sticking with my strategy, and it paid off, believe it or not.
Paid off. You absolutely. You got around some of the big wrecks. It looks like it was Talladega and at Charlotte. Yeah. So what were your thoughts as that big wreck happened and you took third place, and you were like, what was going through your mind after that big wreck?
Well, yeah, no doubt. I was biting my time for sure, and I knew something was going to happen soon. So I just kind of was just lounging, kind of just chilling right there, and sure enough, it hit. And I panicked a little bit, but I just stayed in my line and just kind of flowed right through it somehow, and it worked out.
Absolutely, and for the viewers that are watching right now, Don Vizito and I, we used to race in a different organization that I used to own, and it's very awesome to see Don Vizito in this organization and racing in the truck series. So I hope that you remain the points leader because you're the guy that I'm cheering for. But it looks like you got a lot of points today. Got some stage points and possibly
Nice.
possibly you can get some more points to finish at third. But Ryan Guy, do you have any questions for Don Zito?
I do. With the 51 truck of Sal being your main competition in points, how are you going to try to gap him with during this whole season, trying to give you a little bit of a gap so you could have a little bit of a comfort going into the playoffs soon?
Yeah, that's a good question. Really, all I'm going to try to do is just I really want to try to win some stages, and I think that'll give me the cushion that I kind of need if going into the playoffs for sure. But you got to win one to get in, so gotta do that first. But definitely going to try to get some stage wins. That's going to be my strategy to try to get in front of those guys.
Absolutely. Don Zito, currently your points leader, had a third place finish. Don, it's always great to talk to you and get your inputs. So we hope
Right
to
on.
see you sometime soon in the interview spot, and if not, Victory Lane.
Heck yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, have a good one. As
All right, you too.
we've been waiting for quite some time now to get JC Live. JC Live is now making his way up the stairs, and we're gonna try to get his thoughts on tonight's race, being his last race here in the truck series. Obviously, being able to serve for us, go to Italy. He is a Hall of Famer, so hopefully we can get his thoughts on this race.
As he is in.
Is he? I didn't get the notification.
Yep, on my screen.
Oh,
Yes.
there he is. All right.
There we go.
JC Live 24, my man. Gosh, you were right there.
What is going on?
You were right there for the finish, man. It looked like you were gonna get there. You were gonna get that win. You know, we talked about several times that this is your last Truck Series race. You know, and it pains me to say that you didn't get your last win, unfortunately. But hey, we still got National Series and we still got the Cup Series. So, you know, hopefully fingers crossed.
Let me just stop you right there because I haven't got a clue what you're saying. My end, everything's choppy. Let me try to rejoin.
All right. As we were having issues with his microphone and this broadcast, so as we got a comment here. Let's read this comment real quick.
As he's entering back in.
All right, we got
I can hear Ryan just fine.
as we got
Okay.
JC now. Yeah, can you hear me perfectly?
Your mic's cutting in and out bad on my end, buddy.
Well, if I so have to, I can ask him the questions there, Predator.
All right. Long story short, yeah, just go ahead. Be in the last race in the Truck Series.
Well,
I don't know what you guys are saying because Mike's cutting in and out real bad, but sucks that it's my last truck race. I was trying to give it my all. Came up short. I should have finished right there, if not in front of Will, if not right behind him. But I don't know what it looked like on your screen, but my screen looked like he jumped. But I don't have the clip to prove that he jumped, but I don't think it would have mattered because I couldn't get back down on the bottom side to get back up to him. And then I tried to follow the 75 the draft with him to get back up to him, but he couldn't hold his line, which caused that big massacre, I would call it, at the end. But I'm happy to see my teammate Don get up there in the top 3. Definitely, that should be a good momentum for him.
Ryan Guy, do you have any questions for him? Says he can't understand me.
Well, yeah, I do have a couple questions for him actually. With this being your last truck race, do you wish you could have had that big win that you were so searching for after winning Kansas last week?
Like I said, I don't have a clue what you're saying. If you guys can just type it in a message, and I can do it that way.
All right.
But,
well, I guess mine might turn out too.
on my end.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I got it. Alright, so before I send this, I said, does it upset you that you didn't get your last win in the Truck Series, and does it give you momentum heading into the next few weeks that you have left? So, we'll get that.
I think I got part of that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't upset me. I was giving it my all. I was only in the 87 to help out Bradley's team. I mean, I got him 2 wins. That definitely helped propel his team in the team standings. Plus finishing essentially at least in the top, if not top 3, top 5, almost every race that was in it. But I mean, like I said, it doesn't bum me out. I was definitely going for it. But it's definitely gonna, my momentum is definitely gonna push me to hopefully get a win in the Cup Series. That's the one check mark I need for this season. So I got 2 races. Well, got 3 races actually. The All-Star, the 600, and then Pocono. So three chances at least to get a Cup win.
Absolutely. As Ryan Guy, do you have any questions for him?
I do.
Okay. Did you send it to him?
I'll type it in.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I apologize to the fans watching. There's something on my end. Just everything's choppy.
Instead of sending messages, why don't we get in Discord and then try to do that?
Yeah, we can do that. I think I caught that.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. trying to get in here. Yes, I can. Can you understand me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear here.
All right. We're just waiting on Ryan and Guy to get in Discord here.
Yeah, give me a minute. I have to go get my earbuds real quick.
Yep. So he has to get his AirPods real quick. But you know, it looks like you and the 52 were pretty much bump drafting most of the race. Did that really help most of the time?
I think that happened like right after the what was it, the second wreck or something like that, second big wreck.
Yeah.
Somehow me and Will got through there. I told him, I said, hey, you got a copy of me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a copy on your end. But I told him, like, if you just stay with, we can catch these guys. And sure enough, we were running them down real quick.
All right, Ryan Guy, do you have any questions for him?
What I was going to ask was, do you wish that you could have gone, with this being your last truck race, do you wish that if you could have gone back to victory lane back-to-back with Kansas being your last win in the Truck Series?
Oh, I definitely would have loved to get back to do back to back. I'm really good at Charlotte. I mean, as you saw in today's race, I was up in the front most of the time, or well, at least battling for the lead most of the time. But yeah, it definitely would have been awesome to go back to back. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's bound to happen.
All right, and my last question, JC, since you know we will still be able to see you, you're going to be up in the broadcast booth with us this Sunday, so that will be very fun as we commentate.
Just for the open, though.
Yeah, just for the open though. I was getting there, but if you could tell your fans, because you got a lot of fans that watch you, and tell the truck drivers that you raced with last year and this year anything before you leave, what would it be?
I mean, practice definitely pays off. I mean, you've seen it yourself. Me and you with practice off the track and stuff like that. Try different scenarios. I mean, you just gotta do that. And plus, at the same time, like in the race, you have to be patient. There's no, you can't win it on the first lap. You have to be patient. And if you're patient, you'll avoid a lot of the big wrecks, which I've been known to typically avoid them.
And that you have. And if you could say anything to your fans, what would you say? What would JC go off and ride into the sunset? What would you say?
It's been a wild ride. I started out in this league 2 years ago. This is the third season I ran in. The first season I was runner-up in Xfinity. Lost it by a heartbreaker of a half a bumper to a football. And then last season for the Cup Series, I was runner-up again. Seems I can't get that elusive championship title, but I mean, it's all about having fun. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. And JC, I want to say, and like I said, we will see you for another couple weeks. As you said, Pocono will be your last race. And you know we won't. This is not goodbye for now. It's just goodbye for the Truck Series. And you know you're a Hall of Famer, which you deserve. You deserve to be a champion. I'm really hoping that you get that last win in the Cup Series, just because you got it in the Truck Series, you got it in the Xfinity Series, and now it's time for you to get that Cup win. And you know I will be there. I will race. That will be my last part-time race is that Pocono race. So it will be very sad to see you go, just because you're one character that cannot be replaced, my friend. So I appreciate you coming in, and you know, unfortunately the mics didn't work, but we got you in, and and hopefully we can interview you in the Xfinity Series, or hopefully the Cup Series in Victory Lane by the time you go.
Alright, hey JC, before you go, God bless you, man. My last race for my part-time will be Michigan, but I will be racing Pocono, so it'll be good to be racing with you on your last race. So God bless you, man, and you had a hell of a career.
Yeah, definitely. But you guys have fun. Get that championship, guys.
Well, it's you're talking to two national drivers right now, so.
Hey, I'm ready to go at it. 50-50 shot, right?
There you go.
I'll go at it with Predator. I don't mind it. He's a clean racer.
All right. Thank you, JC.
Yep.
Later. All right. So, as we get back to this real quick, I believe there was one more driver that requested an interview. He had some stuff that he wanted to talk about. And that is Sal, driver of the number 51 car.
Interesting.
So let's try to get him in here, and this will be the last interview. We'll kind of recap of the race, and then the next time we'll end it there, and the next time we'll see each other. All-star race, baby.
And great race to commentate.
Right. Get Sal in here. Driving number 51. Who had a really strong truck too.
Hello.
All right, Sal. I'm not quite sure if I've interviewed you before. I probably did, but as I always say to the people that I don't remember, make sure that you got your party settings to allow voice to be shared. And then we'll start this interview.
Yeah, got it.
All right. So Sal, driving number 51, man, you did a very, very fantastic job today. You know, you had your ups and downs as usual, truck driver. What you finished sixth, seventh?
Yeah.
No,
Seven.
yep, seventh. There you go. So how explain how your race went, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Well, we didn't had to start in the back because we couldn't get a qualifying lap in. But so I had practiced before I got busy earlier this afternoon, and I thought I had found a setup, a preset that would work. The race time after a couple laps of using it, it just wasn't cutting it, and I figured I'd just work with what I had at that point. Stage 1 ended up being pretty decent. Got a top 5, I believe, because of fuel mileage. Then stage 2 was me just trying to get the setups right. I had messed around with it at the caution, so I was just trying to feel the truck, how it was. Then stage 3 was just crazy, and we're just along for the ride.
Absolutely. And you know, we were talking about you. We were talking about how aggressive you were getting, and you actually got up there. You were battling for third place. You know, we talked about JC. JC's last truck race was tonight, and you know, we just got done interviewing him, so I kind of wanted to end the stream on that note. But you know, we got you in. We wanted to hear how your race went because pretty much we interviewed almost every driver now. So
wow, good lord.
So, but you know, Ryan guy, do you have any questions?
Yeah. With you being second in points and basically fighting for the drivers' championship in the truck series against Dom and Zito in the 8 truck, what do you think it will take to get by him in the drivers' points and just kind of try to put a cushion on him if you can pass him?
Going into this race and the past couple weeks, actually, I've known who I needed to race for points. Right now, I've noticed that it's me in the 8, kind of getting a nice little cushion over everyone else, and it's a race within the race. I obviously keep sight of the bigger picture. The race win, we all want it, but I guess the first things first, getting the stage points, the stage wins, and all that. Just being able to put a full race together, not just one part or the middle, or just trying to make sure that we're there for all 3 endings, stage 1, 2, and in the race. And then getting the win. I mean, none of us truck drivers have been able to dethrone the cup guys from winning, and it's getting kind of frustrating at some points, but we know it's coming, so just gotta keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And you know, like I was saying, JC's last race was today. He is a Hall of Famer of class of 2018, runner-up in the National Series in 2017, his championship, and runner-up in the Cup Series championship last year. What can we expect from you, Sal, as you are, like Ryan Guy said, sitting second place in points? What can we expect from you and your goals as you continue your career here in CFNL?
Want to just keep moving up. I know it's going to take time, but I know we can do great things, and it's just us keeping our patience, keeping our cool, but also being able to know when to push it a little, when to be aggressive, when to make those moves. I feel like sometimes I let back on that a little, especially today with the 98 being all over the place. I feel like I was giving him all the room he needed, and that was costing me. That was costing the cushion I had between fourth and fifth. Sorry, and yeah, I just got to be more aggressive, and then just like I said before, putting these races together. I mean, I'm a rookie, still trying to figure all this out, but I mean, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect, so we're gonna keep going.
Absolutely, and you had a really fantastic race going for you. It's all those big wrecks, so hopefully we'll see you next time. We can get you in victory lane.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you.
As that will wrap things up with the interviews tonight. Brian Guy, what can you take away from this race?
Really, well, it was definitely a battle between, if the 54 didn't get wrecked, it would have been a battle between the 54, 52, 87, and maybe one other guy slipping in there in between. 52 ran a pretty darn good race and was one of the fastest trucks out there, and so was the 54 until that big wreck where he got glitched onto the wall. And then the 87, which was his last truck race, all the guys ran their guts out tonight, but especially the guys that were up front, JC, Big Will, BMF Racing. Sal even drove a really darn good race. I think if that caution didn't come out, he would have definitely gotten a top 5. I mean, his car was fast enough to be up there as soon as the pit road, everything started coming down and calming down and spreading out after green flag pit stops. So I think this was a great race. Congratulations to that 52 team, and hope to see another good race.
Absolutely, and it was a really good race, really close race. A lot of big wrecks, a lot of guys, going for that win. And these Cup guys got a lot of information heading into this All-Star weekend. So, like I said, the next time we will be streaming, it will be Sunday, May 19th. That is the All-Star Open, which will be hosted by JC Live 24. It will be the first and last time we will see him at a broadcast booth. Ryan Guy, who is with me right now, and Weasel,
hello,
who's been in the broadcast booth as well. So those three will be streaming the Open, and then I will be back in the booth broadcasting the All-Star race with Weasel and Ryan Guy. So it'll be very, very fun, very interesting. No points, no nothing. It's just get in your cars and go.
Have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and I really hope these All-Star guys, this All-Star race is really good. Last year was really good, and hopefully they can prove it again. So thank you everybody for joining us. Like I said, tune in Sunday at around 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock Central.
6 o'clock Central. So that will be the Open, and then we'll get the All-Star race going. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching in the future, and we will see you next time.